Welcome to Awesome Video Game Memories, where we talk about awesome memories about video games. I'm Ryan, and the game we're going to talk about today is Mike Tyson's Punch Out. So, we all remember how notoriously difficult this game was, and everyone who played it had one boxer that they were stuck at. Well, when I was a kid, I got all the way up to King Hippo, and I could not beat him for the longest time. But my cousin and his friend came over one time to my place, and we were finally able to beat King Hippo, but all of us could not beat Great Tiger at all. Yeah, because by the time Great Tiger kind of does his magic disappearing trick, we did not know how to counter that for some reason. But eventually I was able to figure it out and was able to get the Bald Bull, and Bald Bull gave me quite a bit of trouble because I could not figure out a way to counter the Bull Punch, so I would kind of let him knock me down first, and then I would just beat him after that. But eventually I was able to get good enough at the game to beat him with the Bull Punch. But even to this day, I still have a bit of trouble, getting the Bull Punch timing right on it. Yeah, I remember the World Circuit being difficult, but not difficult to the point where I was stuck at King Hippo and Great Tiger. I remember Piston Honda the second time being a little more difficult, but not that much more difficult than Popinski. I remember him being really difficult, but I was able to beat him eventually. Then Bald Bull the second time, where you weren't able to knock him down unless you had an uppercut or did it during the bull charge, but he was still beatable. And Don Flamenco the second time was a little more difficult, but not that much more difficult. And I remember having a lot of difficulty with Mr. Sandman, but I was eventually able to take him down. And Super Macho Man, I would have difficulty avoiding his spin punches for some reason, but I was able to actually avoid them by actually dodging right instead of left like I'm used to, and eventually I was able to beat him. And so, Mike Tyson, aka Mr. Dream, yeah. Oh boy. Like most people, I could not beat this guy. Could not, no matter what. The furthest I got to was the third round, but then I would not be able to get enough points to win by decision, because by the third round, Mike Tyson, aka Mr. Dream, gets a lot more unpredictable, so most of the time he would knock me out right even before we got to, winning or losing by decision. But the good news was, in 2003, I was finally able to beat Mike Tyson, aka Mr. Dream, in the Animal Crossing version of Mike Tyson's Punch Out, regular Punch Out. Yeah, I remember back in 2003, they still didn't release the code to get Punch Out, so I kind of had to buy this, Game Shark thing that you can buy at Electronics Boutique, GameStop, that unlocked all the NES games, so that's how I was able to get Punch Out for Animal Crossing. And I practiced the hell out of that, and I was finally able to beat Mr. Dream after 15 years of playing the game. So what I did is I went to GameStop's used games back when they were actually selling NES games, and back when I was collecting retro games, and I got the real cartridge for Mike Tyson's Punch Out, and I was finally able to beat Mike Tyson. Yeah, nowadays, I could still beat Mike Tyson, aka Mr. Dream, on occasion. Sometimes I'll mess up during the first round, but if I can just get past that first round, I can easily beat him. Yeah, so Mike Tyson's Punch Out still has a very, very special place in my heart, because it was one of those games that I first played as a kid, and I could not beat it till I was an adult in college. I tried on and off for many, many years, from the cartridges on emulators to try to beat Mike Tyson, but I couldn't until I actually did it on Animal Crossing in 2003. Yeah, and still to this day, beating Mike Tyson is still one of the world's greatest video game accomplishments, and I'm proud to be part of that small group. Well, you can't pick up Mike Tyson's Punch Out anymore, but you can pick up Punch Out with Mr. Dream on the Wii U Virtual Console or the 3DS Virtual Console. So that wraps up this episode of Awesome Video Game Memories. I'm Ryan, and if you like this video, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and if you have any memories of this game, make sure to leave them in the comments below.